The man who rented the seventh floor. Some places don't appear on any map. They don't show up on GPS. They don't even show up on the property tax record. But someone lives there, or something does. This is the story of Thomas Reed, a man who rented an apartment on the seventh floor of a building that wasn't supposed to have one. Thomas Reed wasn't looking for anything special, just a cheap place in the city, close to his new job. A roof, 4 walls, and hopefully a toilet that didn't make demon noises at night. After 3 months of sleeping on a coworker's sofa, he was getting desperate. So when he saw the listing, he clicked instantly. 1BR Studio minus $400 per month, downtown, immediate move-in. 7th floor unit. Quiet, private, do not use elevator. That last line made him blink. What kind of building tells you not to use the elevator? Still, $400 in a city where parking spots went for triple that? No-brainer. He called the number. A woman answered after 1 ring. "Are you ready to sign?" she asked. No hello, no name, no sales pitch. Thomas hesitated. "Don't I need to see the place first?" 2 days later he arrived. 1100 Mercer Street. A 10-story brick building, tucked between 2 abandoned warehouses. No signs, no intercom. The inside was dim. The lights flickered even during the day. The air smelled faintly of iron and mold. There was an elevator, rusty, buttons barely labeled. He pressed 7. Nothing happened. He remembered the note, "Do not use elevator." Fine, he took the stairs. As he climbed, the stairwell seemed to stretch. Like each step got a little longer, a little harder. By the time he reached the 7th floor, he was sweating. The hallway was wrong. No windows, no lights, only one door. Apartment 713. He knocked. The door swung open on its own. The apartment was clean, but oddly quiet. No fridge hum, no outside noise, just silence. There was furniture, all old, mismatched. A chair with a single leg shorter than the others, a couch that creaked when he blinked. The window had no view, just a brick wall inches away. Still, he unpacked, signed the lease left on the table, no landlord in sight. That night he noticed the first thing. The hallway outside his apartment didn't exist. He opened the door, and there was just blackness. Not a shadow, void. He closed it, rubbed his eyes. When he opened it again, the hallway was back. He didn't sleep. On the second day, he heard footsteps above him. Heavy ones. Pacing, dragging. Odd. He was on the top floor. He asked the man at the convenience store down the block, the only friendly face around. "I live at 1100 Mercer, 7th floor. The man stared, confused. "There's no 7th floor. Thomas chuckled. "I've been sleeping there for 2 nights. The man's face went pale. "No, there used to be, but after the fire, they sealed it off." "Fire?" "Back in 94, whole top floor went up. No one made it out." Thomas left in a hurry. Back in the apartment, he checked the hallway. It was longer now, 2 doors down where there used to be none. One of them opened. A man stepped out, pale, expressionless. "You shouldn't have come back," he said. Then he walked past Thomas and vanished down the stairwell. Thomas never heard the door open again. That night, a note was slipped under his door. "Do not talk to them. Do not look out the window after 2:17 a.m. If you hear knocking from inside the closet, do not open it. You are being watched. Act normal." No signature, no explanation. At 2:16 a.m., he sat in bed, staring at the clock. Something shifted in the air, like gravity tilted. And then, knocking. From inside the closet. 1, 2, 3 slow knocks. He covered his ears, shut his eyes. When he opened them, the closet door was open. Inside, his reflection stood there. But it wasn't mirroring him. It was smiling. Thomas began digging. City records showed no 7th floor. But someone, or something, had been editing the building's blueprints over the years. He found dozens of versions, all slightly different. Different layouts. Different rooms. Different names. Like the 7th floor shifted, like a living organism. And it had a pattern. Every 13 years, someone new moved in. And every 13 years, someone vanished. The next one? 2025. That year. That week. Him. The more he searched, the worse things got. Walls moved overnight. The mirror in his bathroom began showing a time different than real time. Once, it showed him brushing his teeth 10 seconds before he actually did. Then the reflection started lagging, until it stopped copying him entirely. One night he woke up to see a figure standing in the corner of his room. Tall, shadow-like. Its head bent at an impossible angle. It said nothing, just watched. And when he blinked, it was gone. He ran to the hallway. But there was no hallway, only the door. And on it, a new number. 713A. He tried to leave, packed his bags, took the stairs. But the staircase never ended. Down, down, down. He walked for hours. No exits, no doors. Only steps. He finally collapsed. When he opened his eyes, he was back in the apartment, sitting in the chair with the short leg. The mirror in front of him. But now, he wasn't alone in the reflection. A woman stood behind him. Hair soaked, eyes black. She whispered something. "It's your turn now." Thomas started recording everything. Photos, videos, logs. But they never saved. Every morning, they were gone. Replaced by a blank folder titled, "Rent Paid." One day, a man knocked on his door. Said he was from the city. Said someone complained about strange sounds from an abandoned building. Said no one should be living on Mercer Street. Thomas tried to explain. Tried to show him inside. But the man wouldn't step over the threshold. His exact words? "This place doesn't exist." Then he turned, walked into the elevator, pressed 7, and screamed. No one's seen Thomas Reed since May 7th. But a new listing went up last week. 1BR Studio minus $400 per month. Downtown. Immediate move-in. 7th floor unit. Quiet. Private. Do not use elevator. Someone clicked it. They clicked Request Tour. And somewhere, in a room that isn't on any map, the door to apartment 713 creaked open, and someone smiled. They say every city has a building like this. One you don't remember walking past. One that shouldn't be there. And inside it, a floor that was forgotten. Or maybe never meant to be found. So if you see a listing that looks too good to be true, check the floor number. And whatever you do, don't use the elevator.